As you're all aware, there are many pressures on local authorities through transformational government and achieving negotiation efficiencies, and Lewisham has been able to achieve some of this by introducing the handheld technology through TBS Taskmaster. This has increased our tenant satisfaction in getting any repairs and maintenance jobs completed, and it's also freed up operative time and given us more value for money savings.
The mobility strategy adopted by Lewisham Building Services has been one that allows us to send our job repairs remotely to our craft work operatives. What we generally do is allocate our work to our operatives in the afternoon of the day before. We can then send the work out that afternoon. It allows us, our operatives, then to click onto their handheld on a browse screen, plan their work for the following day. They can also gather the materials for the following day and go directly to site the next morning. They then carry out their work, they send the work back to us job by job, and it gives us an update every 15 minutes back into interfaces back into our system, so we know when a job's been completed and when the operatives left that property and moved on to the next property.
Taskmaster was quite a big project. There was a project team that consisted of front-end users, i.e. the managers and the admin from the depots. We had a range of about 8 operatives, different trades. We picked operatives that would have a bit of input and say what they did and didn't like about things and what they felt was needed to carry out their day's work.
TBS's Taskmaster uses Microsoft technology. That's invaluable to the TBS developers in creating agile applications. It allows us, and specifically in the Lewisham case, to rapidly deploy applications. The most important element of this is around the field worker. We can provide effective workflows on Windows mobile devices very quickly to get the confidence from the field workers that we're developing a solution that will work for them.
The handheld computers, it's cut our times down by half or even more, where we used to be on a ticket scheme for our daily jobs. We don't have to fill anything out now, it's all done on the handheld computer and then sent back to the office when it's all completed.
It was key that Taskmaster integrated into the back office system that we use, because that is also used at call point. So it meant that when an operative sends information back from a job, should a tenant phone up 15 minutes later to make an inquiry, the call point have got the information that the operative sent back there for them to read back to the tenant.
The compliance controls that allows us to introduce are for health and safety, lone working. What we can do, we send we zap a signal to the operative every 3/4 of an hour to ask them are they safe, because they're working alone in tenants' properties. If they don't update us within 1/4 of an hour, for instance, that they're working safe, it will send an email to our office staff who can then get in contact with them, because we know exactly where they are because of the Taskmaster system.
The bigger picture of the Lewisham deployment is the fact that this can be deployed in other business units within Lewisham and also other local authorities. It delivers huge benefits not only to the local authority but also to the citizens of the authority as well. It also helps to hit with the Gershon agenda. If you look at Lewisham, they've closed 2 depots down, which has made a significant saving to that particular authority.
We've saved 5,500 per year in fuel costs, and that's also reduced the carbon footprint in Lewisham. We've saved about £6,000 on stationery, now it's a paperless system. We've also saved about £100,000 on officer admin time, and that time can be deployed elsewhere.
The ultimate winners in using the Taskmaster has been the service to the residents. The residents get a first-time completion more often than not. More work is carried out for less money, less downtime of travelling between areas. So the residents are the ones who have gained by using the Taskmaster.
The future without Taskmaster basically would be very bleak for us. We've had to shrink down to 2 depots. With overhead costs, we've had to shrink. We're in 2 sites now. If we weren't able to keep our Taskmaster system, basically I would see building service wouldn't be able to trade anymore.